I think it's ready.
So, Masters of the Universe Revolution did not really have a huge studio presence back in the San Diego Comic-Con, hence not exactly offering us with a wealth of news. But of course, there were hints of many OG characters making an appearance in the new show, and among the revelations was the exciting inclusion of the character Gwildor from the 1987 Masters of the Universe movie. While newer fans might not have a clue on this little guy, those who grew up in the 1980s probably threw out their backs when they saw Gwildor in action in Masters of the Universe Revolution. Plus, back in 1987, Bill Barty's Gwildor did not exactly get the opportunity to shine, even if the character was equipped with some impressive prosthetics and makeup during that era. Including Gwildor in Masters of the Universe Revolution aligns us with several logical considerations, presenting an opportunity to redeem this captivating character. And honestly, even with the limited screen timing, Kevin Smith has done quite a good job incorporating his character seamlessly in the plot. So who is Gwildor? What is his story? What is his role in the recent season of Masters of the Universe Revolution? Without wasting another moment, let's find out. Before we go into our explanation though, we have a very small request. If you like our content, please support us by subscribing to our channel. This is a small click for you, but for us, it means a lot. Thank you. Let's begin. Who is Gwildor? Where is he from? Gwildor is a prominent member of the Thenurians, who are a dwarf-like community. As a Vajulian Gwithrall troll hailing from Tundaria, Gwildor distinguished himself within his clan through remarkable intellect and insatiable curiosity, and has gained widespread recognition across Eternia for his exceptional skills as a locksmith and an inventor. Gwildor was sent to Eternos for further education, where he enrolled in Grimhammer University. There he immersed himself in the teachings of eminent Eternian inventors, archaeologists and magicians. Living in a quiet village near Pelesia, Gwildor led a secluded existence until he conceived his magnum opus, the Cosmic Key. This indigenous device stood as a mechanical marvel and could harness universal energy to unlock portals in space. Most importantly, when coupled with the magic of Central Tower, the Cosmic Key could navigate through the very fabric of time, with the extraordinary capability to transport its possessor to any location across the vast expanse of space and time. Pursued relentlessly for his groundbreaking creation, Gwildor found himself compelled to activate the Cosmic Key, transporting himself to Earth in a bid to escape his pursuers. Eventually, he devised a ruse, feigning his own demise, and embarked on a journey forward in time to an era where temporal travel was safeguarded by powerful agents. In this new epoch, where Gwildor sought refuge, he was no longer plagued by the constant threat to his life. Gwildor's character in the 1987 live-action film Masters of the Universe. As discussed before, Gwildor made his debut in the 1987 live-action film featuring Dolph Lundgren, with his character being portrayed by Billy Barty. Crafted specifically for the movie, Gwildor served as a source of comic relief, stepping in for Orko, whose intricate design proved too challenging for the studio's limited budget in live-action production back in the day. Integral to the film's central narrative, Gwildor enters the story when He-Man rescues him from Skeletor's minions and reveals how he fell prey to evil Lynn's deception, unwittingly surrendering his prized creation to the forces of evil. And yes, this prized possession was indeed the Cosmic Key. Anyway, this lapse allowed the bad guys to infiltrate Castle Grayskull and seize control of Eternia. Striving to rectify his unintentional role in Grayskull's downfall, Gwildor collaborated with He-Man, deploying a prototype Cosmic Key in their quest to thwart Skeletor. When faced with overwhelming odds against Skeletor's army, Gwildor employed the Cosmic Key to facilitate their escape, transporting the heroes to Earth, only to be left with a challenge of deciphering the key's programming in order to return back to Eternia before Skeletor could attain universal power. Gwildor's character was portrayed by an absent-minded and somewhat clumsy yet wise, intelligent and kind-hearted troll, displaying remarkable courage. His Cosmic Key was indeed a very sophisticated device equipped with with various switches and buttons, allowing its users to program sonic waves, sounds, music, and light patterns in order to teleport them to their chosen locations. In earlier drafts of the film's script, Gwildor differed slightly, depicted as even smaller and unable to traverse long distances, necessitating him to be carried on man-at-arms back throughout much of the story. Additionally, his character originally exhibited a fearful, timid side, almost like Cringer, frequently succumbing to fear and retreating from danger. Gwildor's role in Masters of the Universe Revolution. In the third episode of Masters of the Universe Revolution, former man-at-arms Duncan and the wizard Orko embark on a crucial mission to enhance He-Man's Sword of Power. To accomplish this task, Duncan seeks the expertise of a locksmith renowned for being small in size and huge on talent. That's how we first see Gwildor, who is living in seclusion, away from all the drama. Duncan mentions how he has remarkable similarities to Orko, which, of course, Orko vehemently disproves of. Despite their shared goal of enhancing the Sword of Power, Orko seizes every opportunity to make cutting remarks, creating a playful yet contentious dynamic between them. Now, Gwildor, unyielding in his response, not only assists with the Sword of Power, but also takes jabs at Orko's reliance on magic over technology, because, the latter demands intellect, thus implying that Orko did not have any. Now, of course, each has their own strengths, which is why Duncan left to protect Eternia as man of war. Orko was the one fighting off Hordak's minions, while Gwildor was finishing off enhancing the sword, which again became a primary task, because after he gave this upgraded sword to Adam, he channeled the power of Grayskull not just to give himself a major power upgrade, but also to help Teela contain her power and become the Tri-Sorceress. More importantly, Gwildor engineered the power of the sword in such a way that it could cure all of Eternia from Skeletor's magical technovirus infusion, while sucking off all the villain's power at the end and reducing him back to his mortal form as Keldor. Gwildor's inclusion is not just a nod to his character, but also a reference to the live-action Masters of the Universe film. When Duncan first encounters Gwildor, he reminisces about how he was man-at-arms back when we traveled across the universe. Duncan even goes further to reference the cosmic key, tying the animated series to the cinematic adaptation. Moreover, the series pays homage to a line from the live-action film because in Revolution, Gwildor expresses his weariness of encountering Skeletor multiple times, stating that he doesn't like adventures. This mirrors a similar sentiment voiced by Gwildor in the OG movie when he was pursued by Skeletor's forces, creating a direct callback for fans familiar with his cinematic counterpart. Gwildor in other media. Following the movie's release, Gwildor was seamlessly integrated into the toy line, complete with his action figure featuring the iconic cosmic key. Mattel even had plans for a life-size cosmic key, but unfortunately, the toy line was discontinued before this ambitious concept could come to fruition. In addition to that, Gwildor takes center stage in the accompanying mini-comic titled The Cosmic Key. In this narrative, Gwildor and his creation played a pivotal role, although this comic diverges significantly from the movie's storyline. Here, Gwildor is summoned by the sorceress to assist He-Man against a malevolent force, presenting an alternate account of how the two characters cross paths. Gwildor and the Cosmic Key also extend their presence into various comic series released post-movie, including those from Marvel Comics, DC Comics, and various European publications. These comics further explore the adventures involving Gwildor's inventive prowess and the extraordinary capabilities of the Cosmic Key, contributing to the expansive lore surrounding these characters. How does Gwildor's character fit into larger picture of the Masters of the Universe? The Masters of the Universe phenomenon first began in 1983, with the toy line and animated series generating staggering revenues of over $1 billion. However, by the time the movie premiered in 1987, Mattel's sales for the franchise had reached only $7 million, and that was bound to happen because the characters featured in the film were scarcely recognizable to the children who avidly played with the toys back in the day. While the original script by David Odell included many familiar faces from the animated series, director David Goddard opted for a narrative shift, transforming the storyline into a homage to Jack Kirby's New Gods. Even if the film had adhered more closely to Filmation's narrative, the beloved character Orko, known for his distinctive ability to fly, was deemed impractical for live-action adaptation, which paved the way for the introduction of Gwildor as the troll locksmith and inventor who crafted the cosmic key. Now, Orko has always been the polarizing figure. While designed for younger audiences, the animated series attracted older kids and teenagers as well. While younger viewers enjoyed Orko, older kids often found him annoying. In contrast, Gwildor brought a blend of whimsy and a touch of crankiness to the narrative because he was never hesitant to offer witty retorts to the stern man-at-arms or the impatient Teela. Moreover, Billy Barty, already a cinematic legend, added his seasoned presence to the character. Plus, the inclusion of Gwildor in Masters of the Universe Revolution becomes a logical choice, giving the opportunity for him and Orko to share the screen and forge a dynamic camaraderie. Despite Kevin Smith's He-Man being the only adaptation to infuse genuine stakes and emotion into the narrative, some fans were outraged with certain aspects of Masters of the Universe Revelation. One particular source of discontent stemmed from the early demise of Orko in the series' first half. Interestingly, once Orko was no longer part of the storyline, fans seemed to reassess their perspective on the diminutive Trollan sorcerer, realizing that perhaps he wasn't as annoying as initially perceived. Yet, in a predictable twist, which even a 6-year-old could have guessed, Orko makes a triumphant return to the narrative, now armed with an upgraded magical prowess. No longer confined to producing humorous yet inconsequential spells, he emerges as a powerful force, capable of battling some of Eternia's most malevolent dark sorcerers, and his character really shined in all the battles seen during Revolution. However, the introduction of Gwildor into the mix, even without any nod to the cosmic key, was palpable because of the indispensable comic relief he added to the plot, even in situations where Orko fell short. Ted Biaselli, taking on the role of Gwildor after the passing of Billy Barty in 2000, seamlessly complemented the character of Orko, creating a natural and engaging duo. The incorporation of Hordak's technology-based magical order further underscored the importance of Gwildor's engineering expertise, proving pivotal for He-Man by the end of the show. While the series takes a bold narrative direction, for those who cherished both the cartoons and the live-action movie, witnessing Gwildor and Orko share the screen truly fulfilled a long-awaited desire. Marvelous verdict. Even with his limited timing, Gwildor's appearance was significant, hilarious, and overall just amazing. I think he was a great addition to the show, but of course I would love to see more of him in the future seasons, if Kevin Smith or someone else decides to make more. Overall, a great nod to the OG Gwildor from the film, because I was amazed how Masters of the Universe Revolution strategically played with our expectations, aiming to surprise those who believe they know every facet of the franchise. By reintroducing Gwildor from the 1987 movie, the series very cleverly incorporates meta-humor, highlighting the striking similarities between Gwildor and Orko, and effectively treating them as virtually the same character. Even Ted Biaselli's Billy Barty impersonation is quite commendable, albeit it did feel that he occasionally relied on familiar movie lines to the point of excess. Anyway, I found the Gwildor and Orko banter to be the cutest highlight of the series. What do you guys think? Let us know in the comments below. And if you liked our content, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe to us if you haven't already. Have a good one and be safe. Thanks everyone.